before we get to the York match this weekend and the overall start to the season for the Wigan Warriors in the Challenge Cup, just a bit of a catch-up from yourself. You picked up a bit of a nasty injury towards the back end of last season. How's the recovery going?
Yes, so I had my op in November, and I'm just obviously working through my rehab at the minute. It's a slow and painful process, but I am getting there. Hopefully be back on the pitch in sometime in summer. That's the aim.
But you're still very much a part of the setup, aren't you? So just to talk about the Bradford match firstly, I mean, a great way to start the competitive campaign with an away win at the Horseful. I mean, how was that performance from your teammates?
Yeah, definitely. And I thought the girls put in a really good effort. There was some great skill on show. Obviously, what they've been doing in pre-season, I haven't seen much of myself because I've been stuck inside the gym. But it was nice to see them on the pitch, and obviously all the hard work's been paying off. They didn't really get much time. Like pre-season friendlies got called off for various reasons. So it was probably a lot of their first matches for a long time. And I thought they put up a really good show. Obviously, the rusty in areas that as every team is at this time in the season. But I thought for a first hit out against the big Bradford side, they put up a really good fight, and it was a really good game.
I was going to say, because obviously the Super League season's not way off, because it will come around the corner pretty quick, won't it? So how useful is it to have these group matches in the Challenge Cup to get you? Obviously you want to win the Challenge Cup as well, we should say, but it's also a good way of getting the ball rolling on a competitive season.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got Saints the first game of the season, so that'll be a massive challenge for the girls. So it's important that they get a bit of game time in before that, because that would be a big game to go in to straight off the back of not playing for quite a few months. So they are very important, and important that we perform and we scratch up any of those bits that need to. So I think that's really good for the girls, and obviously, like you say, it's good how they're doing the Challenge Cup in like a group stage. So it's not, if you lose one game, that's it, it's over. It gives everyone a bit of a fighting chance. And
we saw at the weekend as well, Dewsbury Moor taking on the York City Knights in the same group. Should just mention, your links to the community game and the work that you do in the community as well, supporting junior sides. I mean, it's useful, isn't it, for clubs like Dewsbury Moor to be involved, and Ulton, of course, as well on the Yorkshire side.
Yeah, definitely. It's big raps to them, getting involved, and no matter what, whether that or with them against York, but it'll be a massive learning curve for them. And it'll only be playing them better teams where they'll really, get that experience and improve as a team. So it's good for them to be involved with, the bigger Super League clubs.
So let's talk about this weekend's match against the York City Knights, part of a double header on Sunday with the men's game taking place in Betfred Championship as well. We mentioned the start to the season, a competitive game against Bradford. This game, though, against York, it's taking it up a notch, isn't it, with all due respect?
Yeah, definitely. York have got some great players that they had last year. They've obviously made some really great signings during the off season as well. We know they're going to be a tough side to beat. They've got great athletes across the board. So it'll be tough for the girls, but it'll be good for them to sort of see where we're up to, see where we're competing, and give some of the younger girls that bit of more experience of playing against those bigger teams. It was a good run up against Bradford, but this will really test what they've been working hard on in pre-season to make sure they're up there competing.
And with regards to it being an hour league, it's a question I've asked numerous times, not just from Wigan Warriors players, but across the Women's Super League and beyond, really. The level of exposure for the game. I mean, how useful is it for inspiring the next generation of girls coming through to see games like this taking place on our league, on the BBC, on Sky Sports, and all that?
Yeah, it's massive. It's what we want for the game. Getting it out there, getting it on TV. There's people that have never seen it before, and to have that access to it is obviously great. Obviously, because we're playing, all the way in York, it's not that accessible for people to just drive and just nip up there. So it's great that they'll still be able to watch it. We've got local fans that will be able to just tune in and watch, and that's great for them because it means they can still see us, they can still support us. Other than just seeing a scoreline, which is what they normally get, they can actually see the girls playing. So it's great, and like you say, for younger fans, it's even better, to be able to turn on your TV and watch the local heroes. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And final question, Rachel, just we started off talking about your recovery as well. It's World Cup year. Is that the target to get back in the summer and have a late push for the England squad maybe?
Yeah, definitely. I'm still in and around the England squad, so that is ultimately the aim to get back for. Obviously, it'll be massive for me. Obviously, I've been out for so long just to get back on the pitch, but I've obviously got that goal of wanting to get on the pitch and then pushing on for that World Cup spot, which would obviously be the dream. But obviously, I'm taking every day as it comes at the minute. Just being able to run last week was a massive step. So everything's going in the right direction. It's just making sure that I sort of stay focused. Having that World Cup to aim for is definitely, keeping me focused and keeping my mind on it even when it gets tough. So that's where we're aiming for.
Well, Rachel Thompson from the Wigan Warriors, big thank you for taking the time out your evening to join us, and all the best on the recovery, and a big thank you for coming on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.